The Supreme Court today ruled that the law is the law, and they don't think that basically banning TikTok or forcing its sale from Chinese ownership is a violation of the First Amendment. They don't seem super adamant about this. It's a very, very quick opinion. So I think it was written in haste, and they don't want this to serve as precedent for anything. But they did come down pretty clearly that TikTok should be either shut down on Sunday or sold off. Not because that's their opinion, but because that is the law. Biden today has come out and said that he is not going to insist on shutting down TikTok. I guess presidents have some discretion about whether to implement laws or not. I guess. I don't know. We'll have to get a legal scholar on here to find out if this is actually true or not. But it turns out that Biden's not going to implement the law on Sunday, so they're not going to insist that TikTok shut down, although TikTok is planning to, from what I've read. Trump then immediately, with an executive order on Monday, will somehow exempt TikTok from the law. I didn't know you could do that either. So, I mean, we're getting a lot of interesting precedents here where a law that the president coming in doesn't really like and the president going out doesn't really care that much about, is going to be disregarded. As I guess Trump finds a buyer for TikTok or does some kind of other deal. As I told you, I think yesterday, he has invited the CEO of TikTok to the inauguration. So he is obviously currying favor with TikTok and views them as part of the big tech, suck up to Trump entourage. So TikTok has joined that grouping. It's hard to believe we're still talking about TikTok, but it looks like we'll be talking about it well into next week as all of this gets resolved or not, one way or the other or not. And so it's going to be interesting, really interesting to see if they really shut it down on Sunday. We talked about the fact that people are rushing out of TikTok and into other Japanese social media networks. Not exactly what Congress had in mind, I think, when they wanted to ban TikTok. But that's what happens when you have a unprincipled, floating, kind of irrelevant, concrete-bound legislation that affects one company that is really has not, at the end of the day, not about national security. And also, people studying Chinese has skyrocketed. So it seems like Americans want to become more like China. If they can't have TikTok in America, then they want to go to China to have TikTok or something. I don't know. It's a very strange phenomena among TikTok young people, TikTok and the rest of it. So hard to tell where TikTok is going to be next week and where it survives. The whole story of how Trump is like the biggest advocate now for TikTok is interesting. I have found an issue on which Trump and Ben Shapiro seem to really disagree about. TikTok. Ben Shapiro has clearly come out today unequivocally for shutting down TikTok and getting rid of TikTok, and Trump wants to keep it around. I'm on Trump's side on this. Sorry, Ben. I'm on Trump's side. I just don't see the national security threat. I think instead of banning TikTok, how about the United States develop a actual strategy on how to deal with China? And how about we not rush that strategy, not be a strategy in how to rush to World War III. It's a strategy in how to, make clear to China that World War III is not worth having, and how we can have a constructive relationship with China without capitulating to them and without, and without giving in to them. I think we should be tough with China, but in the right areas. Like, every time, there was a story today about how they hacked into Janet Yellen's computer. Like, that is something people should be really ticked off about. TikTok? What are they going to get? They're going to, the Chinese intelligence services now have an amazing spreadsheet with, having categorized a significant percentage of the American population on how much they love cat videos. How much they love cat video and where we go. How much time we spend at the mall. This is crucial, irreplaceable intelligence data. Like, if you have data, if you have information, if your lifestyle is one that you want to keep hidden from the Chinese intelligence services, delete TikTok from your phone. That's pretty easy to do. So TikTok's irrelevant. But hacking directly into Treasury Department computers, hacking into Treasury Secretary's computer, that's verges on an act of war. That everybody should be apoplectic about instead of this stupid obsession with TikTok. So anyway, I hope they save TikTok. And Mary Eileen loves cat videos. You know, and you know what, Mary Eileen? The Chinese know it, and that should really, really worry you because they can probably get state secrets out of you. Otherwise, they'll reveal the cat videos you love. Something like that. It goes something like that.